Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you.
Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it. But it's second down.
Coverage by Keanu Neal.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, 59.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass plan.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Down, here's Marr to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Got it. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Check. Hey, exit. 50, Mike's 50. Watch it out.
Now it's Ryan. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Charlie. Mike's 50.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
4 down. Watch twist.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jalen Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. Pulled in at the 24. Well, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Prescott from the gun, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Hey, you got 3 down.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. He'll have a first down past the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go! It's a gain of 23 yards.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. 39. Y'all playing the wrong way.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Tuesday.
Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check. Hey, South. Know your job.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they they get to that spot. Looking deep downfield. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Check 59.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott now. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night, Green Bay, and their defense. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore, Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Here's Ryan. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up 1st and 2nd down.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 52.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cook. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Cooper was the target there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
22.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Here's Ryan to throw. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 37 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Falcons 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
You better be afraid of me. Mike, check, 59.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
25.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Freeman, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Arlington, it's the Falcons. They've got the football, they've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Ryan keeps it on the sneak, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan taking it in, and the Falcons push further out in front.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Check 59.
On second down, Prescott again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long.
59.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Defense all day. All day. 45, 45, 46.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Allen Bailey. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready, blue 80. 21. Blue 80. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
21.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but they end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the shotgun, Ryan. This is caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Grady Jarrett in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack on first down, Prescott, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D.